Well, good morning.
Good
And
morning.
thank you, Gilbert, for that beautiful music. We're so blessed to have his talent and treasure with us. Thank you, Gilbert. It was pretty. Well, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Um,
Morning.
I can't see you, but I can hear you, so that's good. Thank you all for being there in the sanctuary. And I just want to welcome everybody that's joining us on the telephone and on Zoom this morning. So thank you. So my name is Lynette Horn, and I'll be your practitioner for today. Miracle Center for Spiritual Living. This is the Sunday morning service, January 21st, 2024. And Miracle Center is located at 2653 South Taylor Road. So if you're ever in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, so if you're ever in the area, please join us. We'd love to have you. So looking at the bulletin, just our monthly theme, a grand rising, and our weekly topic title, it's a new life. So with that, let's just all take a few deep breaths as I speak the invocation. Let's just close our eyes and go within. And just center down to that quiet, peaceful place within. Divine Spirit, beloved God, the one source, the first cause, the all in all, the all that is. This is our God. And we recognize this God everywhere present within us and in all things, in all life, and in each and every one of us. And we know that we are unified in this one life, this holy present moment of now. And so I speak my word into this present moment, just giving thanks for Miracle Center's Sunday morning service, giving thanks to everyone that put this together to make this possible, to be bigger than we are, to share God's joy, peace, love, beauty, and blessings throughout the world as it expands in a ripple effect. Our actions and our feeling tone of love and community. So I just bless this community. I just give thanks for each and every one of us, blessing our good health, our wealth, and our good actions, blessing our loved ones' health, and blessing this beloved earth environment, blessing each breath that we take in. We are grateful for. And so, with a grateful heart, I just release this message into the law, knowing that this message today, this service, will be a blessing unto each and every one to expand and to act and to do and to be even greater than we can be. For God, in God, all things are possible, and all unlimited possibilities are with us. And so, together we say, and
So
so
it
it
is.
Ooh, thank you. Let's all open our eyes and come back to where we are here. I'm going to turn to the bulletin here, and it starts out, changing the world is not for the faint of heart. The challenges in front of us may seem insurmountable. But with the power and love of Spirit expressing itself as us, we can do anything. And the affirmation reads, the universe is always conspiring for our highest and best. The universe is always, in capital letters, conspiring for my highest and best. And let's say this affirmation together. The universe is always conspiring for my highest and best. I like that. So the monthly theme summary: in 2020, a global pandemic swept into our lives, shaking us out of our comfort zones. Collectively, we grieved the world we once knew, questioning how this experience would shape the world to come. The social distance provided an opportunity to reflect and go within and develop new hobbies. With all these lessons learned and wisdom gained, we can now participate in a grand rising collectively. We are free to shake off the years that have come before and step into our greatness. That's some good food for thought. And the summary of today's topic: even though intention setting is powerful, the universe tends to laugh at our plans. Life can seem to get in the way of our dreams. How do we bring a grand rising into the rest of our lives beyond the disappointment, discomfort, and perceived failure? By staying present and trusting the divine, every challenge being thrown at us is designed to shape us into the people we are meant to become. Some challenges may feel insurmountable. The faith we bring to those challenges helps build a faith muscle that allows us to overcome anything. Faith turns any impossible situation into a triumph. As we bring the energy of a grand rising into our lives, let's remember that Spirit is by our side throughout the journey, always conspiring in our favor. And on page 2, I'll continue with this beautiful reading, the Science of Mind point of view. Quote, there will never be an end to any eternal verities like truth, love, and beauty. There will never be an end to God or any of the attributes which are co-eternal and coexistent with God. If we are wise, we shall cultivate faith in these realities. End quote. And that is from the Science of Mind, page 157. Spirit is always present regardless of how significant our personal and social challenges may be. Life always unfolds perfectly, even when it doesn't seem like it. Starting each day with a grand rising connects us with our faith in truth, love, and beauty. This simple morning practice of being intentional with how we start our day and greet others allows us to ground ourselves in this truth every day. The more we develop a habit of living from this understanding, our faith strengthens. And so it is. Wonderful words, wonderful words. So at this time, I believe we have a song, a musical selection called The Goodness of God. Oh, that's a pretty song. I like that melody. Very pretty. And it's nice to think of that. Your goodness is running after me. Feels good to think that. So, without any further delay, I want to let's welcome Reverend June Clark. And she has our message today. A grand rising requires. Reverend June, welcome.
Morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lynette. Good morning.
Good morning.
The joy of the sun shining on the snow is that it is bright and early this time of year when you wake up. The joy of 17 inches of snow as opposed to 2 is, I guess, still joyful. So good morning, everyone. In the sanctuary, we have Gilbert, Laverne, Susie, no, Fran, Jerry, Chris, me, and another blessed person. We here. We are here. You're here. Thank God. We're here this morning. And it's really gorgeous. It is gorgeous today. It's gorgeous to be here. It's gorgeous to be alive. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So, a grand rising requires being able to just awake to this magnificence of God and come here this Sunday morning and be blessed. So here we go now. We have, as Lavette, my. Excuse me, Laverne. See, I got Laverne, Lynette, Leora. Who else do I have? Leela. I don't know who's with me this morning, but we're all here. We had that lovely song, so I'm going to get serious now and get going here. Today's talk features again the new theme for this year is the Grand Rising, and there's several points that I'd like to go through this morning. I start out here with the monthly theme that's already been read, and I underlined. We are free to shake off the years that have come before and step into our greatness. We are free to shake off the years that have come before and step into our greatness. And in thinking about the focus for this year, for us and for our goal, and we have many goals actually, and to just think about shake off the years. Now, personally, I have a birthday coming up. I am so happy that I have a birthday coming up. And when I shake off the years, that means I have to maybe count some of them. So I'm in cahoots with Fran Daniels, our practitioner emeritus, who of course would never tell a tale, that we start reversing the numbers. But you know, sometimes you get to the point where if you reverse the numbers, then everybody reverses the numbers, and then they really know where you're at. I'm just kidding. I'm a little woozy this morning. Literally a little woozy. So if I have to pass the baton to Jerry or Fran, I will. So I've got some water here. I'm just sharing with you. I'm not sure exactly what's going on between my eyes and my ears here. So, stepping back, of course, of course we have to acknowledge, I feel we have to acknowledge from where we have come. And I acknowledge the fact that I still have my mom and my dad who are no longer able to come and give me hugs or kisses or show me the love or the pride that they have of me or about me. I know that when I look back over the years and I think about how it used to be and how it is now for me, I am so happy to not exactly shake off the years, but look back at the years. Look back and say, that was an interesting time. You didn't think you were going to make it, did you? Look at you now. This is good. This is good and very good. So when I think about our Miracle Center for Spiritual Living and the coming into it with Reverend Leora, some of you are newer and you don't know that she was here with me when we came, and whose shoulders we came and whose arms were open when we came. Those who were able, like I said, for my parents to be able to hug us and welcome us here and into this community, and those who were not. And I look back through those years and I bless those who I heard about in the stories of those who were there to build that wonderful center that we entered into, and the folks that were there to come along with us and support us, Southern California girls, coming into a Sunday like today, all the snow and the events of wearing new kind of shoes and putting on new kind of clothes and driving in new kind of weather and all that good stuff. And that's all part of shaking, not exactly shaking off the years, but looking back at the years. And Miracle Center for Spiritual Living, I'm doing a commercial here. Miracle Center for Spiritual Living has been so marvelous as to have moved from various places and combinations of more than one church to become, there were two that joined and became one, and moved to different sites prior to becoming one. And if you don't know the history of Miracle Center, that means that you are enjoying who and how we are right now, which is wonderful and perfect also. And if you know the history, then you know why that song, we sang it again last Sunday, we've come this far by faith. You know why that song is so important to us. To us. As a, we had a board meeting Friday, and we talked about a community. We're a community. And maybe you only know a year of the community. Maybe you know 25 years of the community or more. Maybe you know what's mine, about 14, I think it is, years of the community. And we are this wonderful and beautiful community. And when we talk about a grand rising, we are rising from a grand beginning. So as we move through these Sundays, all these focuses that Miracle Center has started doing throughout, I would say, the last 3 or 4 years, and that is having a central focus for what the messages are that are brought across the scheme, across the groups of churches who are religious science churches. we can interpret those themes and those focuses not only to our personal lives, but into especially our community, our spiritual life. So this year, beginning with this grand rising, is so perfect as we continue to rise and move forward as Miracle Center for Spiritual Living in a new community, Cleveland Heights. They're like literally a stone's throw from each other, across this street, across that street. But to the Cleveland area, the Cleveland community, we're reaching out on Zoom. We have people that come on our Zoom from California. We have, is it Georgia? Laverne? Yes, Georgia. And I'm not sure what we have. Where is our Reverend Teresa? In Kentucky? Georgia. Georgia. Yeah. So I don't mean to forget anybody, but we've got people that join us and expand what is our community all over the United States. And abroad. Hey, Ola Ramey's here, and abroad. Yes, thank you. And Ola Ramey resides in Kenya. So all that I am kind of wandering through here is just as we focus this year on the goal that we have, and that is to achieve the final payment for purchasing this church. As we stress this, as we share about it, as we think about it, as we increase our giving toward it, just know it's not just a commercial. It's not just a push. It's not just a plea. It's our community interwoven with what we are shaking off over the years, what we are embracing from over the years, and what we look forward to having an expansion of over the years. I love the expansion. I was taught years ago in ministerial school when we would have discussions about, raising your amount of the offering on Sunday. Like that was a taboo thing to do. And we were taught, the group that I was taught in, never look at the number of people in the seats. That has nothing to do with the collection. I say amen. And the reason I say that is because I want to express to us who are here, those who are usually here, if you're on Zoom, if you're not, I'll tell you another time, those who are on Zoom, who support us financially, we say thank you. We bless you. We bless you, we bless you, we bless you. And we have to look beyond our, what do we want to say, our outlook about money or whatever it is. I don't want to get in too deep about that. I don't want to stray into that. But we have a commitment, we have an intention, and we are doing so wonderfully well that I just wanted to say thank you, because sometimes it is forgotten to be said. So, here we go. In the bulletin, it says, we are free to shake off the years that have come before and step into our greatness. On page 115, in the second paragraph, it makes a reference to the soul, being the seat of memory, already contains a record of everything that has ever happened to us. That includes our personal lives. It includes our church. It includes, well, whatever is expressing in our lives is our personal lives. So that's a heck of a lot of stuff. These memories are as a whole constitute the subjective tendency of the individual life. This tendency can be changed through constant effort and determined persistency of purpose. I guess I'm focusing this morning on purpose. What are you doing? What are you moving toward? What are you sifting through on days like this, where you probably will be sitting at home the rest of the day? Those of us that have come here will be going home, and we'll be cozying up to coffee or hot chocolate or hot cider or whatever it is that's going to bring warmth to your physicalness. And it's the kind of day that you look back on what's been. You're cozying up because you don't have to go back out. You're sitting around and you're thinking, I know that's where I want you to go today, because it's downtime. You know, we say, oh my goodness, it's snowing so bad, but it's downtime. It brings our mind to the beauty of life, the beauty of who you are, those memories that you're sifting through, the beauty of it. If I am correct. If I am not correct, that's fine too. Maybe what you're sifting through is ashes. Maybe it's stuff you don't want to really look at. That's okay. That's okay too. Sometimes we have to look at what was in order to see what is, and what is so wonderful to be here today. So put all that together. I'm not going to decipher it all, but put it all together and know that the stance, effort, and determined persistency of purpose is, what are we doing now? Where are we going now? Take a break in this beautiful snow. Just look out the window and contemplate. I'm warm today. I blessedly know and hope and agree that you are. I'm here. I'm able to just not have to do too much today. So just relax into this I'm not omnibus, but ominous existence, to bring ourselves up to know where we are going on this sunny, well, not so sunny, but snowy day. And if you don't have snow, we will send you something. Each one of us here in the sanctuary can send you at least 3 or 4 inches out of our yards or whatever, so that you feel what I'm feeling. I don't know if you feel what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling this ability to accept the fact that I'm here. I have these wonderful clothes to put on, these boots and shoes because someone was kind enough to assist me in moving the snow out of my driveway to move me here. Just to be, not to complain, not to complain, just to be here. And I'm looking right now at how do we bring a grander rising into the rest of our lives beyond the disappointment, the discomfort, and the perceived failures. And I guess because I have read this last night and it was read this morning, that's where I want to move us from. By staying present and trusting the divine, every challenge being thrown at us is designed to shape us into the people we're meant to become. So whatever is appearing as something that is a challenge in our life, in our community life, especially our community life as a church, I'll get off this subject. I want us to be aware of who we are, what we have done, why we are doing it, how we are doing it, and we are magnificent. From the science of mind point of view, I highlighted, there will never be an end to any internal verities like truth, love, and beauty. There will never be an end to God nor any of the attributes which are co-eternal and coexistent with God. I read that and I thought about it and I said, it sounds like there are two. There's never any two going on. Coexistent is still one. Coexistent with God. Any perceived awareness that you have of negativity, it's because your mind has bifurcated, in a sense, separated the oneness of God. There's only one thing going on in every single breath, every single sight, every single thought, and that is the oneness of God, because that is who we are. That is it. Period. Down into the message. I'm finally getting into the message here. I'm going to start with patience is a virtue. On page 382, the fourth paragraph, I began to focus on virtue. What of reward and punishment? What do you choose? Reward or punishment? What of reward and punishment? Shall we be rewarded for our virtues and punished for our shortcomings? Do we have any shortcomings? Can we think of reward and punishment from any other viewpoint than that sin is a mistake and punishment is a consequence? That virtue and righteousness must find their corresponding efforts in our experience. Questions. God neither punishes nor rewards. Such a concept of God would create an anthropomorphic dualism. Dualism, more than one. Anthropomorphic. Only one. Only one. A house divided against itself. Such a house cannot stand. Life is a blessing or a curse according to the universe we make of it. Oh my God, if you were here yesterday afternoon, it's snowing. I'm just telling on myself. This was from Friday. Oh my goodness, it's snowing so much. On one side out of my mouth, isn't it beautiful? Aren't I comfortable and warm in this? And I'm looking at the snow just coming down, and I have a deck out in the back, and it's almost halfway. The snow it's about halfway up the deck, and the posts on the deck, they got these little hats on them that are like these caps, you know. Oh, isn't that pretty? And then on the other side, Oh my goodness, we won't be able to get to church tomorrow. Is the man going to come and plow? Am I going to be able to get out of my driveway? Do I have enough food to last me for a week? This is just because it's snowing a few feet. I mean, come on. How do I set myself up? So I began reading for today's talk. That's why I'm weaving so much in and out here. Maybe you had the same kind of day I did. Maybe your head is in the same kind of place mine is. Very swimming. Very swimming. Let us not swim. Let us not forget. Let us not refocus our lives into the negative. Hold on to that positive joy. Yes, there's beauty in the snow. No, it's not going to snow for a month. Remember when I said that, if you write it down and it happens to come true, but no, it's not going to snow for a month. Yes, if you open your freezer and take some of that food that's so hard up there and sit it on the cupboard and let it thaw, you've got food. You got water coming out of your tap. I even have hot chocolate packets in my cupboard, so I know I can have something hot to drink. I don't drink coffee, so, I mean, I know I'm bird walking here. But keep it positive. I guess when I started out about the church and all of that, you'll say, oh, I wonder where she was going with that. I wonder why she's talking about that. Keep it positive. Keep your life positive. In 5 months from now, February, March, April, May, June, that's my name, June, we're going to be saying, sure got hot quick this year. My grass is getting brown already. It's only 5 months away. Come on. So take all this stuff that I'm just kind of putting out here this morning and know that we believe in a law that governs all things and all people. If we make mistakes, we suffer. We are our own reward and our own punishment. If you are suffering, go back to what I said at the beginning, which I'm not real sure about, but I can tell you part of it was dusting off the past. If you are still suffering, there's something that you need to pull out, shake off, and examine and see why. Because from my own personal perspective, I got this beautiful sweater, I have a blouse, I have another layer underneath that, I have on slacks, I have on tights, I have on boots, which unfortunately I forgot to change before I came in the sanctuary, but that's okay, they're dry. But I've got stuff. One day I turned on my furnace and it did not do anything except laugh at me. And it was extremely cold in my house. Got that fixed. But you know, and I know that there are those of us, because we are community, they don't even start out with a furnace. They don't start out with electric heaters. They're cold and they're suffering. If you want to complain, first look at what there is that you have to complain about. And that comes in all aspects of our lives. This is from the textbook. Some suffer, some are happy, some unhappy, according to the way they contact life. Which of those do you choose? Are you unhappy? Are you happy? How do you contact life? No one judges us but ourselves. No one gives to us but ourselves, and no one robs us but ourselves. We need not fear either God nor the devil. And if you have created a devil, uncreated. It's that simple. There is no devil. And God is love. So I'm going to pass that phase and move on here. We have to have faith. It says, gotta have faith. I like that. I like that. It's not saying, we must have faith. It's not formal and all that. It says, gotta have faith. On page 153 through 162, from 155, 150, what do I have here? Faith is 155. I'm going to start on 155.3 to 162. You can read any of it, any part of it. You can get stuck like I did as I started reading through it. The word faith is not just the name of some friend you might have had. Back in the day, Faith was a popular name for a female. Now I'm not sure, it could be anybody's name, but Faith. My mother had a friend named Grace. I love that name. I love the meaning of it. It's like faith. Prayer is its own answer. We must have faith. Cause and effect are but two sides of thought, and spirit, being all, is both cause and effect. Prayer, then, is its own answer. The Bible tells us before they call, I will answer. Our prayer is framed in words. God has already answered. But if our prayer is one of partial belief, then there is only a tendency toward its answer. I know all these references are spread out. I know all of them are somewhat focused in a different way, but it's all about what I brought up at the beginning. From whence we came, we've come this far by faith. We're moving through every single second of this lifetime that we have by faith. If you take any paragraph, I'm going to start on 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth paragraph of 153. This spirit flows through us. Whatever intelligence we have is this spirit in us. Prayer is its own answer. We can be certain that there is an intelligence in the universe, which is capital U, to which we may come, that will guide and inspire us, a love which overshadows anything we may shake out of those thoughts that we were going to have earlier about the past, anything we're looking at right now, this point of where am I, who am I, how am I doing, how am I not doing, why am I doing, I'm doing this because of, for who, whatever. Love which overshadows. God is real to the one who believes in the Supreme Spirit, real to the soul that senses its unity with the whole. What is the whole? W, capital W-H-O-L-E. It's God. It is God. So every day that we decide that we are going to focus on life, our life, be it snow up to the tip of your roof, or the grass as green as it can be, and it's a glorious day, and it's whatever your pleasure number is of the heat or the cold, that is it. It's perfect for you. That's your whole. That's wholeness for that moment. If there is a shift in any of those imaginary, what shall we say, guideposts, when things shift, that's the time to know that we have patience, that we have faith, that we are one with the whole. There is nothing to fear, that we are moving forward always because we cannot move backwards. We are one with God. How do we want to say it any other way? How do we want to demonstrate? On page 314, demonstrate. Oh, what's God bringing me now? Doesn't that kind of sound like that's somebody else's responsibility for you to be happy? I don't know. Maybe not. What do we put, or where do we put the emphasis on how our lives are unfolding? Is it our fault that it snowed so heavy that we had a little trouble getting in and out, maybe? I don't know. Are you that powerful? God is. Sometimes, when I get up here and speak, I'm speaking to you. I'm not speaking at you. I'm speaking with you, and it's coming from whatever is inward in me that needs to be reminded of who I am. And for some reason this morning, I am in need of recognizing what it is that I knew, that I need to know what God is within me, as me, through me. Not what God is giving me, but what I am choosing to accept of the truth of God. I mentioned demonstration, and we wish to demonstrate. What do we really mean by demonstration? Nothing particular, nothing weird, nothing that pertains to ghost walking. To demonstrate means to prove, to exemplify, to manifest, to bring forth, to project into our experience something that is better than we had yesterday. That's on page 314, down in the 3rd paragraph. I'm not going to go into it all. I have just bird walked all over my thought patterns this morning. So I just want us to focus upon from whence we came is where we were. From whence we are is where we are, but it's from where we have come. And from whence we are going is from where we were, where we are, and where we are going. And if you can take these references, these page numbers, which are much more clear than maybe I have been this morning, page 314, what other page here? Page 155 and page 115. And just read through your textbook. If you don't have one, we do have some soft-bound ones, I do believe, in the bookstore. If you need to get one, to pick it up and just turn off the news, turn off the wondering, and get some absolute truth. And I'm going to ask Laverne to come up. She's going to give us a reading this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
January 21st, 2024. Science of Mind magazine, January 2024, page 25. Titled, Answer the Call. There is a global 911 call that has largely gone unanswered by us. We have not done what we can to the degree that we must. Such things as the climate crisis, global unrest and war, racial bigotry, gender biases, hate crimes, political corruption, and more require a grand rising to answer this call to action. It's a call to serve, a call to boldly and visibly participate in establishing effective life-affirming structures aligned with principle that not only support all of our relationships, but also set the people free physically, emotionally, economically, psychologically, spiritually, and systematically. As Jesus said, when the stone has rolled away, Lazarus, come forth. And Lazarus rose, bound in strips of linen, his face wrapped in a cloth. Unwrap him and let him go free. Jesus said, for there was work to be done. Work to be done. And so it is.
Thank you, Laverne. Thank you so much. That's something else for you to read and contemplate on. We do have a song which we will start, and we bring forth the treatment, the prayer, the scientific prayer. I am, God is all there is. I am one with this magnificent presence, this awesomeness, this ever-present omnipresence, omnipotent. All there is God. And knowing the truth of that truth simply is the beauty, the essence, the allness of who we are in each individualized expression of God. Knowing this, truly knowing this, believing this is our truth. This is what enables us to use this magnificent presence that we are, to speak directly, mind to mind, heart to heart, thought to thought, prayer to prayer. Go within to the magnificent God that we are. Share within to the knowledge, the wonderment, the allness. What other attributes can we give it? Any good thing that you can think of is God expressing. And the joy is that I am one with it. You are one with it as it. Therefore, speak your word into your heart, into your soul, into your mind, into the ever-presence of God. Whatever appears to be a negative, it cannot be. There is no negativity in God. Speak to your word in the heart of hearts regarding your health. Speak your word regarding the exposure of life. What is life bringing you? What are you giving? Know that your neighbor is safe because you are safe. Accept the love, accept the abundance, accept the health in every aspect of your life. Just rest in this If you're in a snowy day like we are, just rest in the pure essence and the truth of this particular layer upon our space at this moment, because it will change. But know that whatever it changes into, it too is the truth of God. We are the truth of God. Bring forth the joy, bring forth the laughter, bring forth the love, the abundance, the allness, the willingness to speak your word and know that its truth is your truth. We are divinely blessed. We are loved. We are love. Know that God is, because we are. Simply knowing this, we bless ourselves this day and move forward in it with grace and ease. Remembering those who may not have as much as each and every one of us singularly have. We all have something, because we are all divinely guided and protected and blessed, because we are expressions of God. And in this Thanksgiving, I simply allow these words to bless our hearts, bless our minds, bless our truth, bless our belief, bless our knowingness as we go through these thoughts, these patterns, this lovingness of ourselves and one another. Have joy today, have peace today, be prosperous, be loved, be giving, be accepting. We are divine expressions of God, and we give, and we give, and we give, and we bless one another. We give thanks for one another. This is our truth, and together let us say, and so it is. Amen and amen. I'm going to turn this back over to Lynette. For those of you in the sanctuary, Laverne, you want to just take that around. Okay, Laverne's going to do our collection. And for those of you in the sanctuary, we have guests coming in from the church across the street who are going to have a program about noon, a little bit afternoon. So you can go in and relax for a few minutes. And so, pardon me. Oh, not in the social hall. Thank you. In the boardroom. Just go ahead and relax, and we bless those who want to come and share our sanctuary, and not our sanctuary necessarily, but our space, and we bless them and give thanks for them. So be blessed, however your weather is. You know, God is just having a ball. So we bless it. At least we're here to experience it. So take care, everybody, and see you next week. And Lynette, I'll turn it back to you for benediction.
Well, thank you, Reverend June. Yeah, let's give her another hand for today. Thank you, Reverend June. Wonderful. All those many thoughts, all those things that, yes, we need to look at. We need to look at what's going on with ourselves so that we can be more of a beneficial presence on the planet. So thank you for all that and all that. A lot of study, a lot of brushing up, a lot of checking inward. So, well, is there any announcements? I don't have any announcements to bring to you that were on the program. Does anyone there have any? Or any? So I guess we'll just move into the benediction then. So just take a few deep breaths and go within. Divine Spirit, we just give thanks for the message messages that came through to us today, we give thanks for our hearts and minds that are staying open at the top, as Ernest Holmes would say. We receive all the gifts of life and know that it's all God, it's all good, and to take our judgments out of it, that it's not good or not very good, but it is all good. And keeping our vibrations high in love and in light and in peace and in joy. We'll just go forth through this day, through our week, and meet back here together next Sunday for another chance to be in community, to be embraced in the love and the joy of experiencing each other and experiencing the wonderfulness that Miracle Center for Spiritual Living is, that we have and we are. So I just give thanks for each and every one of us receiving these messages, coming into this community, and being a part of and doing all our parts. We are blessed, we are loved, and we are grateful. So as I release this prayer into the law of the mind of God, I know that all these great things and even greater things shall be. And I just let it be. I let it be so. And together we say, and so it is.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Lynette. I am remiss, and I would like to ask our visitors if you would stay, if you feel comfortable standing and saying hey and letting us know your name. Yes, there's two of you. Hi, I heard Julia. Julia. Okay, and you're from?
I'm in the Cleveland area.
Okay, good. And we have someone else here? Oh, that is, oh, okay. I thought that was you, Naya. Hi, Naya. Okay, we have. So I just wanted to acknowledge those who have braved the snow and come out to see us. Thank you, everybody. Be blessed.
Peace, son.
Peace song.